What's up, everybody? I'm Flying Scorpion, and I just finished recording the last video and making it so this one will be uploaded 1 week later. And after I finished the last video, I realized that there was a lot of stuff I forgot to say with regards to piracy in the background simulation. One of the things I forgot to talk about a little bit more was in terms of silent running. When you're silent running, you can actually improve the amount of time you have while silent running by shutting some modules off. So for example, you could shut your thrusters off. You can see my thrusters take up 26% of my power, which is a lot. And by shutting them off, I would reduce the heat generation inside of my ship by quite a bit. However, by doing that, I wouldn't have control over my movement, and it would probably lead to the police eventually finding me, catching up to me, and then, you know, I would have failed in the mini game of avoiding the cops during that moment in the piracy. Instead, what I shut off are my frame shift wake scanner, my manifest scanner, that's 14% right there. I shut off my shield boosters, which is another 9%, so it's about like almost 25, it's like 23%, which is a pretty good amount. And I leave the sensors on. You need to have those so you can see, you know, if you turn those off, you're basically floating blind in space. But this gives me extra time, and it makes my ship generate less heat while in silent running mode. So there you go, there's a nice little tip. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the background simulation. So one of the problems I've been dealing with in the system that I'm in is that the dominant faction has almost every day had positive upward movement on their economy. There's one day where I managed to bring them down by a notch, but it's been overwhelmingly upward movement on their economy. They've been constantly in a state of boom. And originally, when I was looking at the system, I think that they were at about 80% influence. So if I look here, they were like over 80% influence up here. And this is before me. I wasn't here during this time. So 89% influence is a massive amount. And they were expanding from this system. And that's what made me target this system. I targeted this system because I wanted to hit them right at the heart and go right for the jugular. And what I was assuming was that there were other players supporting Friends of Super Era and helping Friends of Super Era grow. I think this may have been true in the past, because if you take a look, you can see they are present in quite a lot of star systems, and they actually have a good amount of influence in a few of these systems here. However, I haven't really seen that much resistance in Suya. I haven't seen that much resistance. Maybe they'll come sweeping in. The cavalry will come riding in once this war breaks out, and they'll crush me and get the system back. But so far, the trend is looking like they're not going to come. So just like with Black Omega, players can come and go, and they can pledge their allegiance, and maybe they get bored of the game, or maybe they get bored of the background simulation. They might push a faction to grow for a while, and then eventually just stop playing or do something else in the game. So I think that might be the case with Friends of Super Era. So why is it that they've had such positive influence in their economy? Well, this is a high-tech / refinery system, and I don't know if I can necessarily show it to you quickly here. Maybe if I go, these loading screens usually take a little while, because I don't have this on my solid-state hard drive, I think. But if you look here, this is a high-tech. Does it show right here? I don't even know if it shows right here. And yeah, right here. It's a refinery and high-tech economy on the major starport in the system. And so it's buying a lot of, as you can see, lithium, whatever. It was buying platinum, gold, things like that. And I think what's going on is that players go out mining, and then they come here and they dump all their platinum and their gold and stuff on the market. And then because Friends of Super Era just happens to own the starport, all of the influence goes to them, and it pushes everybody else down. So I think that's what's been going on. So despite my efforts to try and harm Friends of Super Era's economy, I've been outmatched like 95% of the time, or 90% of the time, by the players who are just selling stuff on the market. However, the security of the system is going down. So what that says to me is that the players coming to this market are not going out and bounty hunting and pirating and selling their bounty vouchers here. So it really does look like it's players coming and selling stuff. You can also look at the traffic report. If I dock up at the station, I can show you. I'm not going to bother doing that for this video. And I've seen that there's a lot of cargo ships coming in here. So what I think is going to happen is, if I succeed at getting Black Omega to take over that system, or this starport. Black Omega will then be able to just be on cruise control and ride the wave of people coming in and selling stuff. I also think that when or if Black Omega takes over the system, they won't have as much upward momentum as Friends of Super Rare has had, because Black Omega is not in an economic state of boom. So if I go here, you can see they have no state, and Friends of Super Rare is in a state of boom, and being in a state of boom has an effect on the prices. So I think that actually helps people make more money from the system. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about, okay, I haven't talked for too long, that's good, is that when I originally started doing piracy here, the situation was looking pretty bleak. I was thinking that I had to make as much profit in piracy as players make through mining, and that is almost impossible with the way that the game is right now. Piracy does not pay very much in Elite Dangerous. It's high effort, low pay. Whereas mining is more the other way around, and stacking massacre missions is like way on the side of like easy money. You can make like 1 billion credits per hour easily by stacking massacre missions. You could literally be fucking AFK asleep in your bed and make 500 million credits overnight by stacking massacre missions. I'm not even joking. There's a video tutorial on how to do that. I think it should actually get nerfed, and hopefully it will at some point, because it really is busted overpowered. But anyway, for a pirate, it's impossible to keep up with that. If people are making that much money and I'm trying to bring the economy down, and all the profit they make brings the economy up, how am I supposed to compete with that? You just can't. Well, from what I've read, people have reported that there is a cap on how much profit per item sold is contributed towards the background simulation, or the influence of the controlling faction. Wow, that person's noisy up there. Maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. Anyway, so here's an example of something that I've stolen. It's got pretty good profit, 6,000 credits per ton in profit. Now this is peanuts compared to the hundreds of thousands, or even over 1 million credits per ton that people can make from mining. But still, if there is a cap, and from what I've read, the cap can either be 700 credits per ton or 2,000 credits per ton. If it's true that that cap exists around that low level, then selling these items is pretty much just about as effective as selling void opals or something like that, something extremely valuable like low temperature diamonds or things like that. So there is hope. I need to test it out some more, or I might test it out some more at some point to find out how true it is that there is a cap on how much profit per ton contributes towards the background simulation. But knowing that there is, and hopefully, or actually believing that there is, based on what I've read from other people, it's motivated me to get back into piracy and just continue pirating, even though I'm not making a lot of money while doing it. So yeah, I think that's it. That's kind of all I wanted to say in this video. Good, less than 10 minutes. All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.